Asato ma satgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityurma amritam gamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Jai Guru. Welcome to our Thursday sessions. I was just reflecting upon that, we are searching. We don't want suffering. We don't want sickness and disease and poverty and bad relationship. But we are not finding the answer. The ancient Vedanta has given us the ways. Today, in the Western world, they're trying to talk about the motivational, inspirational, goal setting. Yes, they're all good, they're all nice, but they're very peripheral. It just gives you momentary happiness and joy. But the beauty, the truth is what ancient rishis have talked about, that this whole universe, call it nature, call it the world, it's ready to help you and me all the time. Call it Ishvara, call it Mother Kali, Durga, Krishna, Shiva, Allah, Christ, any name. Jal, Pani, Tanni, water, you in French, washer in German, everything is water, isn't it? Same way, whatever name you call, and then comes in, which we never thought, that the Vedanta and the science will never see eye to eye, because science talked about that whatever you're experiencing, it is nothing else but hallucination. And science talked about that if it is you're talking about consciousness, it is nothing else but a phenomena of called epiphenomena of a brain function. Brain has produced it. How? Western science said, I don't know. We don't know it as yet, but we will tell you soon enough. In other words, Western world refused to recognize that consciousness, and David Chalmers, an Australian great philosopher, head of the mind-brain consciousness unit of NYU, New York University, has written a very special book, and you could Google it. It's a wonderful reading, Hard Facts of Consciousness. That is what exactly Western world is now realizing, that it is not so. Bernardo Castro and Rupert Spira, they all are talking now of what Vedanta talked about. Western world, 2022 onwards, the quantum mechanics, the three physicists, every one of them, Alan Aspin and two of his colleagues, they all have come up with the same factor as Vedanta talks about. What? This world is Maya. They are saying in Western language, Nobel laureates, for which they got the Nobel Prize, this world is not real. And we have spoken about, shared with you about the particle theory. Over here, I have another intention of bringing this point today, that those suffering, those desires which you have, which all of us have, you can easily and comfortably get onto the realm, that world, through which you can start fulfilling them. And without realizing it, actually you have done so till now, but unconsciously. You do not realize it. If you realize it and do it and apply the Advaita Vedanta, then you will start to see how it is done. Today we are once again getting back to this ever the witness. You and I are ever the witness of this world, of the universe. How I'm looking, listening, seeing, tasting, touching, that witnessing. Yes, that witnessing is only physical witnessing. But there is something more. And that is the one which is truly you. And going ahead with Ashtavakra Samhita, Ashtavakra Gita, called Ashtavakra Samhita, in which Ashtavakra and Janak Maharshi, great emperor. Both are enlightened and both are having conversation. The entire Ashtavakra Samhita is a conversation, and in which, before Janak Maharshi came to this level, 2-3 funny incident took place on them. How Ashtavakra, he looked very ugly, but he proved to the Janak Maharshi it's not the look of the body or the face, and 8 parts of his body was broken. He was totally, he couldn't even stand properly. And yet, till today, it is the most powerful book ever created than in the East and West or anywhere, as it is given by the learned scholars and the great masters of Vedanta. Once the teaching goes on, Guru to the teacher. Janak Maharshi sitting in front of the river and meditating, and he is chanting, Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi, I am Brahman, I am Brahman. I'm translating it. He was chanting, Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi. Ashtavakra happened to come to him and he listened to him. The Ashtavakra Guru sat down next to Janak Maharshi. And these days, the ancient monks, they used to always carry a danda where they used to rest their arm, and they used to do japam like that, and the armrest used to be there. And that is very short danda where when you sit down, arm can be rested. I'm lucky to have some. I've shared it with many of you devotees. Now, and he had nothing else. He had only that danda, and he had one kamandul, that is brass kamandul. Ashtavakra sits down next to Janak Maharshi and he starts saying, Danda kamandul, danda kamandul, danda kamandul. Janak Maharshi was very surprised. He said, why is Ashtavakra doing this? My Guru. Everybody knows it is danda and this is kamandul. So, but it was disturbing him. So he started chanting louder, Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi. Ashtavakra also started chanting even louder, Danda Kamandul, Danda Kamandul, Danda Kamandul. Now, obviously Janak Maharshi that time was not that enlightened. He was in the journey to being enlightened. And even I passed through this. So he got quite angry and irritated. After all, he is the Maharshi and he is the Janak emperor. He looked at Ashtavakra and said, why are you saying Danda Kamandul? Everybody knows it is a Danda and Kamandul. Ashtavakra looks at Janak Maharshi and says, everybody knows that you are Brahman. I am Brahman. Why are you chanting it? This is the direct teaching of Ashtavakra. Ashtavakra, in one beautiful narration, he is chanting, not one atom of this universe is separate from you and me. Not one atom, not separate. Body separate, mind separate, name separate, but even not one insect, not one stone, nothing is separate from you and me, because we have, as per ancient Vedanta, same consciousness, only one consciousness. It is like one light under which all of us are operating, one sunlight. Cricket match is going on. One sunlight is lighting everyone. We are that light called the Chaitanya, consciousness. Ishvara, as per Taittiriya Upanishad, we have chanted about it. It is ourself, our one life, our one consciousness is everyone. I'm married with a husband or wife or children. We are one. All are one. Anyone, smallest to the lowest. He's chanting one beautiful narration. Main Ananta Mahabodham Ascharya Jiva Vichara, Uddanti, Granti, Khelanti, Pravishanti, Samavata. What does it mean? I am one in this infinite ocean of consciousness. This consciousness. Entire universe, galaxy, one consciousness. All these beings, they come up like little waves in the bubble, like a little bubble in that consciousness. They play with each other. They fight with each other. They say, I love you, I hate you, I divorce you. And they again submerge back into the same ocean of consciousness. Beautiful, no? It is not different. He is saying, we are all like that consciousness, one ocean. You, me, all of us are one. Now this understanding, to understand it, is the various Upanishad, Bhagavad Gita, etc. have come up to give us. Here, the emperor is the student, Ashtavakra is the guru. But both became enlightened. And I will tell you at the end of it, if there is another story, I'll tell another beautiful story of Ashtavakra. Let us now get on with it. Today, all of the Advaita Vedanta, including Ashtavakra Samhita, they are all based on Upanishad. Ashtavakra, this book is not Upanishad, but they are based on Upanishad. And all the Upanishads together are known as Vedanta. When you put the Upanishad, we are talking about Vedanta. Vedanta is Prasthana Traya, three of them, Traya, Prasthana Traya. They call it triple foundation. Now, based on the Upanishad, there are well-known texts of Vedanta, like Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is not Upanishad, but Bhagavad Gita is based on Upanishad and it's a complete teaching of all our life. It is ultimate learning through the Bhagavad Gita, condensed teaching, very powerful. And then Brahma Sutra seek to answer all the questions. Prasthanatraya 3, that is triple foundation. It is Brahma Sutra, Bhagavad Gita and Upanishads. These are three, which is called Vedanta. That includes, but primarily the teachings of the Vedanta is from the Upanishad, and the same Upanishad, almost at places, same stotra, same line, Krishna has used to teach Arjuna. Bhagavad Gita is considered more or less equal to all Upanishads. And traditionally, though, it is not an Upanishad, as I talked to you. The Brahma Sutra is systemized teachings of the Vedanta and trying to answer all our doubts and questions through the Brahma Sutra. Now, these texts have various terminology. Some ultimate reality is called by different names, different formats in the Vedanta, Vedantic language. Different paradigms are used to drive home the message to you and me. So, this Prasthanatraya, triple foundation, is to take us to Advaita Vedanta. Advaita Vedanta is the core practices of one. Advaita, not two. Dvaita Vedanta is two. And there are many Vedanta philosophies, will give you the name. These are reasoning, meditating, listening. Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam. Listen. When you listen, you listen carefully and then the teaching start to begin to make some meaning out of you. And then you go to Shravanam, is listening, to Mananam. You reflect on it. And then this teaching becomes, you say, I know all the what Guru has taught, all the rishis have taught, all the Vedanta, what the book is saying. I know, but I cannot understand it. In going into mananam, reflection, when you reflect on it deeply, it becomes that you understand it. You knew the text. In the earlier days, rishis would make the students entire lesson Upanishad by hearted. They call it smriti by memory and shruti by listening. Shruti and smriti. Entire text they used to memorize. So you know the text, but you didn't understand it. And now you understand after Shravanam, when you reflect on it. Shravanam is like, when you cook, those of you who love to cook or you've seen cooking, they call it marination. Before cooking, you marinate it. And during cooking, after you finish cooking, you don't straight away take it on and start eating. You cover the lid, put the simmer on, and in the simmering, it is slowly absorbing all the juices of the food. Mouth is watering. It is called, that's mananam, reflecting. You're making it your assimilation. Vivekananda used to call assimilation, absorbing it. And marination is also a word some of the monks, especially Swami Sarvapriyananda, loves to use it. So, told you that by listening and by reflecting you understand. And then come nididhyasanam. Nididhyasanam is meditation. Now, there is many meditation, 108 forms of meditation. But today, let's say mindfulness meditation, billion-dollar industry in the world. It is easy to follow that meditation process. Anybody can do it. And Vipassana follows some, that say mindfulness meditation. You've heard about Vipassana meditation. Let's say Raja Yoga, Patanjali Yoga Sutra meditation, or mantra meditation, japa meditation. They all are quite easy to follow and do. Vedantic meditation is not easy. Why? Till the time you've done Shravanam, you mananam, listened with attention, mananam, you made it your own, you marinated into it, you absorbed it, you made it your own. Now you understand it. You understand it. Understand what Guru teacher has said, understand what the book has said, but still you do say, how can it be? I am a body, I'm going to die. How can I be ever present, omnipresent, omniscient? Isn't it? How is it possible? Then you go on to Nididhyasanam. In Nididhyasanam, that learning which you've understood, you be still and do the Vedantic meditation. Unless you understand it, you cannot do that meditation. And once you do that meditation, slowly you absorb it and it becomes so. Now you know. Texts are telling what? I have understood. I have so many questions. I get the answers through the manana, and those questions have become, through reasoning, real to me. And you will still complain that, but I do know what the book says, I know what the teacher said, but it's not real to me. If goal is to go beyond suffering, why am I not going beyond suffering? Why am I not going beyond all these relationship problem and money problem and sickness problem? I want to go beyond all that. So imagine, understand, Advaita Vedanta is not pain reliever. Advaita Vedanta is to wake us up, to say what you think you are, what you think this body is, etc. What the pain is. Pain is where? Is in the mind with the body. But you, who you are truly, this is what Ashtavakra say. My Ananta Mahabodham. I am that infinite ocean in which everybody comes up and like bubble, like waves, they play, and then they fight with each other, they play with each other, they say I love you and I divorce you, and then they submerge back into the same ocean. And same ocean is me. And this is that consciousness which is what we are talking about. This is what the world is talking about, that this world is not real. Because they realize it now that this world, unless your conscious, does not exist. And through the particle of the quantum mechanics experimentation, the 3 Nobel laureates 2022 physics, Google it. The goal of assimilation through the meditation gives you peace and that reality. You're calm, you're connected, and you've gone beyond the body and the mind. Now, in the beginning of today's talk, I talked to you about that any one of these things which is suffering, which makes you, this universe, this nature is waiting to fulfill you. Have you realized in all the Hindu temples and even in many others like Christianity or Gurdwara, you see the hand is always like this. What does that mean? It's saying, whatever you think of, whatever you ask us, I'll grant you. But you know what is happening? You and I land up worrying, thinking, please, please God, by keep my fingers crossed, remove this problem, make me win that court case. And this is what we are doing. We do get little of them, but we are not getting into what you could do infinitely possible. So how do you bring that possibility? The message today's takeaway from this little session of 25 minutes. When you start Nididhyasanam, you're going to make it your own now. You start breathing. Start with basic yogic breathing, and after that go into mindfulness meditation. Breathing in, cool sensation at the nostril. Breathing out, warm sensation at the nostril. What are you doing? Becoming aware of your breath. Nothing else. Very simple. Mindfulness meditation. It's pretty complicated after that. It goes up to 100 lessons. But I'm giving you first few. Just breathing in, breathing out. It's a miracle. It's a wonderful. It makes your troubled mind very soon. Within 2, 3, 5 minutes you feel so peaceful. And then, after that, change the breathing through the nostril. Imagine you're breathing up the spine from the back, up the spine through. This is called medulla oblongata, the nape of the neck. This is the first cell which forms in mother's womb. And then comes to Agya Chakra, this part. Let it come. The breathing in, the breath that you're doing, let the breath come. Imagining, you're visualizing it. Visualizing it comes in, bringing in, coming up like a beaming, glowing light. The breath is like a light coming up and coming here. And then, don't have to pause, don't do anything, just breathe out from there. Don't be like hyperventilating, long, extraneous breathing. Very calm, easy breathing. Breathing in, breathing out. And as this breathing out and breathing in, very soon you'll feel very nice, peaceful. At that time, breathe in whatever you want in your life. You think about it. I'm giving you stage 1 of fulfilling those dreams. Whatever you want, wish, your prayers, your dreams, your vision, breathe in. And then breathe out all the obstacles, all the garbage, all the problem, all the lack of concentration, not being able to focus. Breathe it out and breathe in again. Like that. When you're doing that now, you will find slowly your focus will come here. Now be still. Now you are feeling that light. If you're not feeling the light, it's okay. Imagine now. About 15 minutes have gone by. Imagine at this time, with your eyes closed, Eyes should be closed because with your eyes open, various outside objects distract you. Imagine yourself glowing with that light. This is that light which I talked about, which is ever pure. Like the sunlight, remember, falls on dirty something on the road, it doesn't get dirty. It falls equally on everyone. It falls on, let's say, some intoxicating pitcher of wine or whiskey, it doesn't get drunk. It falls on holy river, Ganga, it doesn't get holy. It's always ever detached. That light, imagine that you are that light. That is the light of the consciousness. Imagine that light. And now there in that light, plant the seed of what you wish and visualize it. In that light, visualize it. It's happening. Let's say I'm visualizing I'm going to Mumbai, I'm going to the airport, I'm going to catch a flight, I'm going to New York. I'm visualizing the whole thing smoothly. No custom problem, no immigration problem, no flight problem. Everything is on time. And whatever I want to imagine, dream, vision, I'm giving a simple example. Just visualize it. Just like you plant a seed. Just imagine, if I plant an apple seed, will the apple seed produce mangoes or jackfruit? No. But I have to make sure that the ground where I plant the apple seed is not concrete, is not soil filled with stones. It's good soil and got manure and have right water and right air and light sunlight. Apple seed will grow. What is this right ground and right manure? Is purity, is ethical manifestation. Manifest the ethics. Don't tell lies even in a joke. Start today. It's not difficult. Just have to become aware. I will stick to the purity, to the truth. Just watch how your dreams and visions flower. Whatever you wish and think, it will come true. And then continue to be over there and visualize that dream. Where is it going? Where are you going? What are you going to? Let's say to New York. For what? Or I'm taking up this course. I'm doing this course because after this course I'm doing that. Just visualize it. Now you look carefully. Supposing you're an IT professional, you're a teacher, you're a student, you're a parent. Look back. Didn't you think of it, dream of it, visualize it? Even if you said no, think of it, reflect it carefully. You did. You did think of it. Let's say today, this session, if you're listening to this, you thought about, let's switch on and let's see what is this talk is about. That's how you're listening. So that visualization is extremely powerful. And this is how great saints make things come true in life. Come, we will discuss more about all this and we will read out the shlokas from Ashtavakra Gita on this Sunday. Welcome to the group. Jai Guru.